beginning, the earth was without form and void. The sun shone upon the sleeping earth. Into this swirling maelstrom of fire, air, and water, the first stirrings of life appeared. The seeds of life grew and strengthened, spread and diversified. Now it required but one more ingredient: a great leader to unite the quarreling tribes, to harness the power of the land, to build a legacy that would stand the test of time, a civilization.
A great civilization challenges traditional ideals, elevates individual accomplishment, expands its horizons, builds awe-inspiring wonders, creates life-altering technology, fights for the common good, inspires mankind. What will your civilization stand for? The most acclaimed strategy game of all time returns to the PC.
In the beginning, the earth was without form and void, but the sun shone upon the sleeping earth, and deep inside the brittle crust, massive forces waited to be unleashed. The seas parted and great continents were formed. Mountains arose, earthquakes spawned massive tidal waves. Volcanoes erupted and spewed forth fiery lava and charged the atmosphere with strange gases. Into this swirling maelstrom of fire and air and water, the first stirrings of life appeared. Tiny organisms, cells and amoeba, clinging to tiny sheltered habitats. But the seeds of life grew and strengthened and spread and diversified and prospered. And soon, every continent and climate teemed with life. And with life came instinct and specialization, natural selection, reptiles, dinosaurs, and mammals. And finally, there evolved the species known as man. And there appeared the first faint glimmers of intelligence. The fruits of intelligence were many: fire, tools, and weapons, the hunt, farming, and the sharing of food, the family, the village, and the tribe. Now, it required but one more ingredient: a great leader, to unite the quarreling tribes, to harness the power of the land, to build a legacy that would stand the test of time.
essence of a free government consists in an effectual control of rivalries. We do not lay out ourselves in the service of mankind. Whom should we? Achieve and cherish a just and lasting peace among ourselves.
Transformed small villages into massive civilizations and conquered the world many times over. But as awe-inspiring as your climb to the top was, it was only the beginning. Legendary game designer Sid Meier invites you to experience the biggest civilization expansion pack ever, taking you to the days of gunpowder and beyond. When you control nations, every decision you make has consequences. Sid Meier, Civilization 4, Beyond the Sword.
A moment comes, which comes but rarely in history, when we step out from the old to the new, when an age ends, and when the soul of a nation, long suppressed, finds utterance.
Build courage when courage seems to fail. Regain faith when there seems to be little cause for faith. Create hope when hope becomes forlorn.
I never learned how to tune a harp or play upon a lute, but I know how to raise a small and obscure city to glory and greatness, whereto all kindred of the earth will pilgrim.
The great questions of the day will not be settled by means of speeches and majority decisions, but by iron and blood.
I have witnessed the tremendous energy of the masses. On this foundation, it is possible to accomplish any task whatsoever.
Welcome back, my son. I've missed you. Have the men begun setting up the encampment?
Yes, Father.
Good. This is lush, fertile land. I think we can make a home here.
I agree. We will do well in this place.
Come, sit with me and listen. I've had a dream of our people's future. It was glorious. Glorious. I saw our people spreading throughout the land and across the oceans, expanding our kingdom and discovering new people and great riches in faraway lands. We built wondrous monuments honoring the gods, which reached up to brush the very fabric of the heavens. And then I saw a vast city with great buildings of stone, each more magnificent than the last. The streets were filled with our people, in numbers beyond counting. There was suffering as well, great and terrible, brought about by the torments of war. But we were strong, and we brought victory to our people. There my dream ended, and my story as well. For it has been revealed to me that it is your future I dreamed of, not mine. The fate of our people is now in your hands. I envy you, my boy. Your decisions will shape history itself. Go now, my son, with my blessing, and decide your future.
The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams.
Be wary, my son. Heed these words, for the fires of our past grow dim. From humble beginnings, a village became a nation, an empire. As clashing ambition spurred the appetite of armies, plow and sickle gave way to sword and shield. Consumed by war, mankind found little solace, rushing to action on impulse without forethought. Religious devotion brought hope to some. But even then, many were consumed by zealotry, filling them with suspicion and fear. From this darkness, a glimmer of light emerged. A muse from ancient times, long forgotten, inspired great minds and ushered in a rebirth of art and science. As unanswered questions from the past found new illumination in a renewed thirst for knowledge, revelations from above provided insights below, spurring new advances throughout the world, bringing an end to one way of life, and giving rise to another, leading brave souls to reach for the ends of the world and beyond. You must tread carefully, my son, for their charge now lies with you. Choose their path and guide your people through these ever-changing times.
the dawn of a brave new world is upon us. A world where creativity is born from culture. Where culture is molded by ideology. Where ideology is shaped by great thinkers and leaders. The expansion of an empire lies in more than mere conquest. Great triumphs await those who travel far to seek them, but the rewards of such journeys yield more than just simple resources. A civilization that thinks beyond its borders leaves an indelible impression upon others and shapes the world for generations to come.
Just as it has always been, when our memories of the ancient world fade into twilight, a new era dawns to fill the void, an unfamiliar path with a pulse of its own, a tempo not dictated by the labor of men, but accelerated by the rhythm of machines, launching the world into an age of bold innovation. From this cauldron of steel and sweat, a vision of prosperity emerged. Harnessing the untold power of the elements, turning night into day. Creating new designs that brought the world stage to the masses. And providing an experience that many had never imagined. The advent of mechanized warfare brought devastation like none the world had ever seen. Providing a window of opportunity for some to dictate conformity as regimes spread their ideologies with a heavy hand. Inciting the world to the brink of war. And yet, some chose a different path, and through their vision brought unique perspectives to the world. As singular proponents of free thinking remained, striving for peace in their endeavors to unlock the secrets of the universe, some of which would fill our hearts with fear and regret. And as this progress unfolds, the finite nature of our world becomes clear. Our survival, the survival of all the world's peoples, depends on our ability to coexist in peace. But this peace is tenuous. Although mankind will always look onward, yearning for more, searching for new boundaries, only to break through them, with the understanding that this world is one in which we all share, comes the responsibility of knowing that the decisions you make today will have a lasting impact on the generations of tomorrow.
We are the explorers, the inventors, the architects of change, the builders of a better tomorrow. We strive, we dream, we inspire. Always towards something greater. All the odds we defy. The risks we take. The challenges we endure. Only make us stronger. There's no end to our imagination. And and no limits to civilization.
Prepare for ignition.
Till finally, we move forward to the next chapter of our destiny.
Since the earliest of civilizations, we have made much progress. But that progress came with a cost. Our world has changed.
Systems checked. Ready to prime.
And despite our advances in both science and technology, we can no longer deny what is clear. Our time on Earth is ending.
Separação completa. Ir para decolagem.
So we turn our gaze upward to the stars and embark on the greatest journey in human history. A journey into the unknown to discover a new world, a new home, a new beginning for mankind.
Twilight of Earth's great civilizations, we were chosen. Some were selected for their skills, others for their strength, and some by luck. The great ships were the embodiment of each nation's ingenuity, courage, and faith. And they sent us to the stars in search of a new home. As we raced skyward, we carried aloft the hopes and dreams of those left behind. Our journey through deep space was long and quiet. And it is finally over. Now we look upon our new world for the first time. On these alien shores, our destiny waits. A new beginning for mankind. We have debated the nature of the object since planetfall. But it wasn't until it began to slow and change course that we were certain it was a ship. A ship from Earth, launched long after we thought it was impossible. Its course clear, and its arrival imminent. Celebrations swept the colony in anticipation of reunion with our brethren. As we watched its approach, we prepared for any eventuality. Now, the wait is over.
Therefore the Lord God sent him forth from the Garden of Eden. He drove out the man, and he placed at the east of the Garden of Eden cherubim, and a flaming sword which turned every way to keep the way of the tree of life. The Conclave Bible, Data Links.
Earth 2060. A small group of colonists leaves the ravages of Earth for a distant planet orbiting Alpha Centauri's primary star. Their ship, the United Nations starship Unity, carries them on their journey to a new world and a new hope for humankind. Along the way, a reactor malfunction damages the Unity, precipitating a crisis among the ship's 7 most powerful leaders. As they enter the Alpha Centauri system, the crew splits into 7 distinct factions, divided not by nationality, but by ideology and their vision for the new world. After the ship breaks apart, the 7 leaders guide their chosen crew down to the surface of planet, seeking their destiny beneath an alien sky.
Since 1991, Civilization has been the most recognized and acclaimed PC gaming franchise ever created. Renowned for its hyper-addictive turn-based gameplay, Civilization allowed players to create or conquer vast regions of the world, from the dawn of man through the space age and beyond. And now comes Civilization 4 with its all-new game engine, 3D graphics, extensive modability, and a stunning list of upgrades and features. It begs the question, is it possible for a PC game to be too addictive? If you ask these Civilization 4 players, the answer is yes.
By the time I got to the industrial age, I was a full-blown junkie. There were times when I'd play the game 2-3 days straight, wouldn't get up to eat, wouldn't get up to go to the bathroom.
You didn't go to the bathroom for 3 days?
I said I didn't get up.
Turn this off. Please.
Welcome to Civilization Anonymous, the last refuge for many Civ 4 junkies. They're your friends, your neighbors, your co-workers, and yes, they are hopelessly addicted.
One more turn. One more turn.
I thought I was able to handle the power. I've always been a kind and gentle person. But when I was finally able to split the atom, I built me a bomb, and I dropped it on every who got in my way.
And if anything ever, the urge really starts to get to you,
it does.
They come from all walks of life. Doctors, lawyers, politicians, all with one thing in common. They get caught up in the strategy, and they just can't seem to quit on their own.
I was a big fan of the religious aspect of Civ 4, big fan, dating back to the church in Rome. Did you know that they spoke Latin back then? There's a whole language that they spoke.
I was living with my mom. She dropped me off here.
Latin. I love it. I love Latin. I love the sound. I love all the X's. I love that J-Lo. She's Latin. She's got what all the kids are calling today. She's got that much back. Or mucho espalda, as we say in Espanol.
Word on the street is that Civilization 4 may well be the most addictive PC game ever. If you think this will never happen to you,
I got ashamed. I feel ashamed.
You better think again.
Hi, my name is Sid.
Hi, Sid.
And I'm a Civilization 4 junkie.